or privileged access basically, can go inside past this. Okay? So it's going to ask me for my username and password. Now, remember in the beginning, in the install process, we were asked for a password, but we weren't asked for a username. Okay? The username is always by default admin. That's the first user that's created. So it's admin that you type in here, and then whatever password you used at that point is the password. Okay? So this is the Joomla administration section. This is how you actually can kind of configure Joomla. You can add new templates. You can add new modules and new components, which we'll talk a little bit about today if we get time. And this is how people can manage content. You can manage users this way. You can, if you had forums and stuff, you could do like, all kinds of stuff with forum, like moderators and revoking people's IP addresses and banning people. You can do all kinds of stuff from here. All kinds of things can be done in the administration section. For us, in this little lecture, I guess, the one part that we're going to be talking about is a couple things in the global configurations. And under extensions, the template manager. Okay? So we're talking about Joomla templates today. So this is one of the key interfaces for us as the template manager. And then we're also going to look a little bit at the global configurations because there's some settings that we might want to set there. So if we go into the template manager, here's one of the things that you'll love. Notice that we have, there's 3 templates installed. Okay? Right? These are the templates that have already been installed, and we're going to create one today. And notice that here's the administrator templates. Like these are site templates. These are what the user sees. And these are templates for the administration site. So like I said, if you wanted to create a theme for the back end of the system, because you wanted it to look seamless, like it was part of an application designed for a certain user base, you can create administrator-based templates. So if I click that link, you'll see there's one installed user or administration template. These are the 3 templates, and notice this one's highlighted because that's the active one. Okay, basically that's the default template. Okay, and you can actually, a couple of cool things with this is you can set up a default template, which means all the pages basically will use that theme, that template. Will look that way. But you can also on certain pages use a different template. Okay, so you don't have to use one template for the whole site. You can actually have a default template and then override that for certain sections. Okay, so you could have a template for majority of the site and then maybe the forum section, since it had a different kind of layout or something, you want it to be slightly different. You could have the forum pages use a different template if you wanted to. And this actually is the default template. That's actually, when I talked about earlier, being a friend doing stuff, that's actually him right there. And he actually did the administration section too. And if you wanted to, we got these little hover little jobs here, and changing templates or looks of your site is pretty much as simple as highlighting the template that you want and hitting default. Okay. Notice that the star is now on the top one, right? And if I go to my site, notice it looks totally different. Okay. That's really the power of having these things totally separate. Okay. Again, you've got content and the template weaving together to make an actual site. So here, someone made a template. All this is the same data, right? It's in different places, but all this is the same data from the other template. So that's what is kind of the powerful part of this content management system. It allows you to actually put different themes on the same content. Okay? We'll talk a little bit about this bees one. It's actually got a couple special features to it. Okay. One thing, let's try doing one other thing here. So when I talk about getting themes, there's several companies out there that actually just create Joomla themes, and you can actually go to like Template Monster or other places that host templates for like WordPress and all these other content management applications, and get themes, whether you want to pay for them or get free themes. And I'm going to actually install a theme right now, just so we can kind of walk through what that is like, and then we're going to go build it. Basically, kind of a hello world theme that doesn't do a whole lot, but we'll kind of build on it as we go. But I'll give us an idea of what Joomla does behind the scenes. Did you hand up or?
Yeah, I mean, is a template, can we think of that as sort of a ready-made style sheet?
Yeah, it's several files, but yeah, basically it is, something like that. It's kind of like another analogy to it would be, I think they teach Dreamweaver, right, in Joomla 1, and you guys will create a template for your pages, and say I'll create a new page based on a template. It's a template, right, and that's what we have here. So you create this template, which is what it looks like, and it's a certain file structure, and then basically building it in a certain way allows Joomla to weave the content into places where it should. So rather than building individual pages saying copy this template for lots of pages, you have one template for all kinds of pages. Okay. And you'll see that later on. We'll actually only create one PHP file. Okay. We'll have one file and it drives the whole site. So I'm going to try to get one of these real quick. I think he's got a couple free ones on here. Let's see which one looks good. Now we'll try this one. Oh, this one might be. That's a cantrip. So in order to use a template, before we're actually going to build one, we're actually going to use a template that's created by somebody. I'm not sure which one today. We'll download this one. Fan loan sounds good. I need the gantry library for this one. Let's get it over with. All right, Afterburner. Okay. Eventually I'll find a download link. Okay. So the templates are actually bundled together. They're zipped up in either a zip file, or this is a fancy Target zip. Right? So if you look at these two, Linux before, it's seen something like this before. So basically, it's just an archive file. Okay, so several files in there, archived up as one. Okay. If I want to install a template, okay, I go to extensions, install. Okay. One thing that's nice about the 1.5 Joomla is they have one way to install things. Back in the day, they used to have lots of different ways. But here, I just go to install, uninstall. Okay. So if I want to install a new template, I just go to extensions, install. I click the install button, and it's going to say, hey, how do you want to install this? Where is it? Are you installing basically a file that you want? Is it in a directory somewhere, right? Or is it on a URL somewhere that I can get? Okay, so how do you want me to install it? So I downloaded a package file that's a zip file. So I'm going to use the first option there. So I'll browse to that file, and I believe it saves things to the desktop, and there it is right there. Okay. So I just click it and say open, and upload file and install. And I should get success. Okay. So I'll get some printout here saying what I installed, blah, 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 and I successfully installed the template. Right? I know that because, well, that thing told me so, I guess. Now if I want to use that template, I always have to go back to Template Manager. Okay? Template Manager is where you basically activate or deactivate the template. Okay? So after I install the template, it's not going to be live. It's not going to be used yet until I tell Joomla to use that template. Notice that here is a fourth one here. All right? That's the one that wasn't there before. It's installed. So if I want to use that one, I highlight it and hit default. Okay, now it's going to be my default website. Notice I used to have the Views theme. If I hit refresh, I now have a new theme. Okay. So let's break open a template and let's start creating one. Okay. since we're running out of time.